biodegradable, non-biodegradable tracer, what have you, 8mm, 6mm, doesn't matter. BBs are the things that we use in airsoft and we love to use often. But the question comes down to, when are BBs useful? When do they stop being useful? There are tons of videos talking about how you can clean them, all that good jazz, but they never really answer the question of what happens if you leave them out in the weather for 5 years and sort of just, do they still work? Will they work in your airsoft guns? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to answer that question thanks to, of course, Sector 9 for allowing me to take home 2 bottles of BBs that were out in the weather for 5 years. This one actually had water still in it and condensation. You can still see the condensation, good lord. And this one, actually relatively dry, no water to speak of. Both of these are a mixture of 0.2, 0.25s, and again, I am genuinely curious to see if these things will still work. So I've got variation of guns to test these out in various degrees, what have you. So we're going to test these out and see if these things still work. The first gun, of course, being a Springer. And if you know me, you know, big surprise, it's this model Springer I'm using. First up is the ASG Double Eagle 1911. Again, no big surprise for me. Load up with the dry BBs. Let's see if this thing actually works. So I've got 10 shots to see if it actually fires. They're actually flying pretty straight. I'm not joking. Like, rounds complete, and no jams, no malfunctions, nothing so far. Let's move up to another Springer, this one being a shotgun. Mossberg 590, Double Eagle. Let's see if she actually functions. Rounds complete. No malfunctions so far. So far we're doing good. Let's move on to, of course, AEGs. My Magpul PTS Colt M4. Let's see if she runs still the same dry BBs as before, not the wet BBs. Go around for some burst. No malfunctions, no misfeeds, no nothing. Battery was dying a little bit there, but so far so good. Let's go with another AEG, this one with a Warthog gearbox from GMP. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob. We're going to do some semi-automatic, and this one does actually have the mix of wet and dry BBs. Hopefully it works out pretty well, so let's see what we're getting. Full auto burst. Little loud, but again, no jams, no malfunctions, nothing so far. But then again, AEGs have been known to do that, and even with the Warthog gearbox with the fast motor, it's not really the same as a gas blowback now, is it? That's why we're going to do some gas blowbacks. I got 2 pistols, 1 rifle, so let's see how this sucker goes. Daytonix 45 with the wet BBs actually loaded in. Let's see how she does. Magazine's a little low, but I've got 3 rounds still loaded up, so I'm going to gas up the magazine again, and we're going to see what she's doing on those last 3 rounds fast as I can. Magazine's re-gassed up, still got those 3 rounds. No malfunctions, no jam, no nothing yet. So far I'm impressed. Let's go with the second gas pistol. I have, of course, the RPD's Stars Samurai Edge with the, once again, wet BBs loaded up. Select fire. A little bit of issues with the trigger, but we'll see if we're getting anything out of it. So let's see if it feeds. Gonna have to re-gas it up. One malfunction so far. Granted, that could be the gun itself. Yeah, it could be the gun itself. I'm not sure, but here we go. She's empty. That was definitely interesting. Might be just the gun itself, because again, this is actually pretty old. This is my brother's. It hasn't really been taken out to the field that much. Or it could be the ammo itself. Not 100% sure on that. But again, still relatively interesting results. Like, still interesting. Now we go to the gas blowback rifle, and this one is one I know you guys have been wanting to see me do for a while now, especially video-wise. So, yeah, let's get that rifle. I have the WeTech HK416, not licensed, mind you. This should be interesting, to say the least. Let's go ahead and get this loaded up. Make sure it's locked in. Firing on semi-auto first, 30 rounds, and then we'll do some burst. Wet ammo, by the way. The wet by BBs. We have a jam in the magazine already. Yep, we got a jam in the magazine. There it goes. No jams yet. Let's do some burst. And we're out. That actually is rather interesting to say the least. None of the ammo so far has jammed, well, the pistol aside, but the rifles themselves and the AEGs and even the Springers all performed admirably. And the ammo itself, I'm actually going to check it to see if there's any chopping, any breakage, and see if there was anything, because so far from what I saw, the ammo still stayed solid through and through. I've got some that have broken apart, but the majority of the ammo is actually still solid. Like, I'm not joking, a lot of it is still solid ammo. Like, that's actually rather impressive. It's actually really good. I'm not seeing any cracks in it, I'm not seeing anything. That is surprising to say the least. Now understand, both bottles of BBs that have been left out in the weather for 5 years at Sector 9 are Elite Force. That right there should tell you a lot in terms of Elite Force's BBs and actually being durable, especially being left out in the weather for 5 years. Even one bottle literally having water in it, standing water in it in terms of bio BBs. Only one BB I found has been broken, and that just sells it for me. That's actually pretty good. Now, if you're curious about distance tests, let me know in the comment section down below if I should do a distance test with these. Do these things still fly true even after 5 years being out in the weather? This test was mostly to see if they would literally feed through guns. So let me know in the comment section down below if you guys want me to do a distance test with these things on the same guns, or if you want me to do it with either just the gas rifle or with the AEG. Again, let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, if you want to help out further these tests, consider donating to the PayPal or Cash App down below to help out the channel directly. Or if you want to help out the channel indirectly and get something cool out of it, we have a referral link down below that takes Thunder Bee grenades and turns them into honest-to-God 9mm blank grenades. That is something I know you guys would like. I know I'm going to like, especially when I finally get the kit in. So, yeah. Comment section. Pin comment down below. And a huge thank you to Mike, the owner of Sector 9, for allowing me to take these bottles of BBs home with me to test out, to see if they're still viable, see if they still work. And again, if you guys want to see me do a distance test with these things, let me know in the comment section down below. Again, this test was mostly just to see if they would still feed and fire out of an airsoft gun. A variety of airsoft guns, as you've seen. And, yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this, what you think in terms of viable BBs. You know, when is the stopping point for when BBs stop being, like, useful, when they start breaking apart, when they start shattering inside barrels, you know, things like that. Again, let me know in the comment section down below. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I've been AirsoftAL, and I shall see you lovely, lovely people in the next video. Till next time, later!